Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. So many of you have actually commented on our tier list videos and you wanted to see something specific for free-to-play players because of course tier list can be ranging for pay-to-win winners too, right? So in this video, I am actually going to be sharing with you the best free-to-play start, which of these characters excel when. They're all good in a certain situation, but I'll give you 7 to 8 scenarios and you find the best one for you, and that character is probably the best one for you as a free-to-play player. No money spent, no pooling whatsoever. And the first thing of course that we want to talk about is the savers. This group of people don't want Ellen, don't want Zhu Yuan. You are maybe aiming for Miyabi in future or some new character that you saw in the live stream teaser already that you are very excited for. Now, in my opinion, the best unit out of all of them for savers is a combination of one. You have to be able to push very deeply into the Hollow Zero event. It's basically like the Memory of Chaos, your Genshin Impact Spiral Abyss kind of thingy. You want to push as far as you can, yet you want to use as little gacha characters as you can, and in my opinion the winner for that will be Nekomata. And if you are looking for just saving in this patch, Nekomata might be most interesting for your pools. The other characters on this list do want a bit more either gacha 4 stars, for example like Anton, maybe Sokaku and stuff like that to form better combinations on. Nekomata can carry you, you don't really need anything else. You can play with free-to-play teams. We have a guide on Nekomata teams on our channel which I highly recommend you check it out if you are a saver and you're just looking for something that can help you get more return on your first character that you pick. And that's the first category, which is savers. But not everyone has the grit of iron to be able to resist saving. And the next one is of course for Ellen pullers. So Ellen is an ice attack DPS that's going to be probably released in the first half of official launch. Out of all of these characters, the best character for her, in my opinion, would probably be a character like Lycan. Lycan has a lot of stun. A lot of you have commented furries and stuff like that. Very, very strong unit. Both of them are from the same faction, same ice. It doesn't matter whether they're the same faction. You just need to be either faction or ice, but nice that they are both together. Very good combo because one is a stun, one is an attack, which means that they fill each other's uptime very, very well, depending on whether the boss is stunned or not stunned, respectively as well. You could get by with many other characters also. We will put up team composition guides for Ellen shortly on the channel, but we already have one for Lycan. If you are a Lycan fan, you want to get Lycan, check it out on the channel. We already have it ready for any of you who are preparing to get into Zenless Zone 02. In my opinion, if you are looking for the best possible start for Ellen to make her the best you can be, Lycan is probably going to be your top pick. Now, unfortunately or fortunately for Zhu Yuan pullers, this decision matters a lot less. There is no one specific character here that is super good with Zhu Yuan, and how I like to think about it is if you think of the early game team compositions of Zhu Yuan and to make a decision on what to pull, probably the character that you are going to be looking for will be a character like Nicole because they are both of Aether. So if this is going to be roughly your team composition, which means there are 2 things you might be looking for. One, you are either looking for an anomaly character to apply some element on top of that corruption that they are doing. The Aether characters do corruption. That is one aspect. 2, you're trying to get a passive that all 3 of them can get. In that case, for the first part, of course, anomaly, if you're trying to focus on anomaly, Grace will be good, but none of them here, again, a huge caveat, none of them are really insane with her. If you're looking for a character that procs all 3 of their passives because you need either same faction or same element, probably Nekomata will be very good here. Otherwise, if you are just looking to play a character that fits very nicely into the attack here and then you have a stun character, I think a character that synergizes quite well will either be Coleda or Lycan, depending on which one you're going for stun. Out of all 4 of them, I personally do prefer Grace a little more for a bit of flexibility, but none of these characters are melee. Not too sure whether that will cause future problems. Maybe a game mode requires you to have melee or they block bullets, for example, because they have massive shields. I don't know. We can only time only will tell. But in this category, probably not very significant. So any of you who are Zhu Yuan pullers, rest assured you can just chill out. Whoever floats your boat, go with that character too. And now there are some people here that are free to play, but you're looking for characters to go the long run. You don't care about short-term gains, beating the Hollow Zero in the first 10-15 days. You are looking to build an account for 1 year and be as efficient as you can, and you want to get it right from the get-go, whether you're a saver or you're a puller. I think that the best unit out of all of them currently in the game for long-term accounts would probably be Grace. My bet is that she's probably going to be the one that's still relevant in the meta, especially as we tend towards 1 year time. but we will see how that goes. She is one of 2 only anomaly characters, the other one of course being Piper, who is a physical anomaly character, which might not have as many team compositions for her because you don't have a support physical yet. You don't have a lot of other characters in the defense stun. All of the physical characters, if you realize, are mainly in attack and only one in anomaly. So a bit of team comp restrictions, might see more in future, but Grace is very, very excellent. She has a very nice Electro roster ready at launch too. I think she's my top pick for characters that you want to go the long term with. If you want to see more of Grace teams, like how do you make use of a character who scales with time, check out our team composition video on the channel as well. I think you'll find it very, very helpful to get started with Grace and build good teams for her. And of course, we are not forgetting a lot of the other characters on this list. So next up, I think is best for fun and complexity. I've played all of them during the betas extensively, and out of the 6 of them, the one that I found the most fun and challenging to play, I think is going to be a character like Soulja 11. This character is not for very, very faint-hearted players. If you're a new player to these fast time game, real-time action RPG kind of games, I wouldn't recommend you go for Soulja 11. She's a bit trickier to play. She has basically a rhythm game in her attacking on top of you having to know the enemy patterns, attack patterns and stuff. But she's very, very fun to play. I really enjoy this character a lot. I might be playing her a little bit more than other characters because I'm looking for fun, but we will see how it goes depending. But throughout majority of the betas, I did enjoy Soulja 11 the most out of all 6 characters. And if you want fun, complexity, you might like her playstyle, you can check out our videos on the channel, which I think you'll be quite interested in. We already have like a full team, a fire team like Colada, Soulja 11 as well as Ben. You can check it out on the channel when we have team compositions for all these characters too. Next one is new to ARPGs. You guys perhaps are free-to-play players and you haven't played, maybe you started with Genshin Impact, you started with Honkai Star Rail, but you have never played Honkai Impact 3, you have never played Wuthering Waves or Punishing Grey Raven, all the other stuff, Tower of Fantasy, blah blah blah. For those of you who are new to ARPGs, action RPGs, I highly recommend you start off with a character like Grace if you are looking for a 5-star. Otherwise, actually, if you don't really care about that and you like Billy, you can play Billy for as long as you want. Reena offers you a lot of range, which means that you can avoid or delay learning boss mechanics, and you can like kind of cheese everything with just. She moves very fast around the map, very floaty. You have a lot of damage, and at the same time, she's not just damage, she does provide supportive abilities to your teams later on, so you can always skill into that in a little bit too, if you are interested in any of that. I think Reena is a solid pick for any of you who are getting used to these action RPGs. That will be my honest recommendation for you guys. And last but not least is the Wombo combo unit. There's only one left on this list, so it's kind of obvious here. I think that Colada is the best if you're looking for a character who has interactions with other characters on the team. You are looking for Wombo combos between both of them, or you really like Ben for some reason, or you really like Colada. I think this unit is going to be very fun. It's the first character that has a specific in-game animation for the 2 of them. In I think most of Hoyoverse games hardly has like in-game interactions in the animation cutscene. Colada, Ben, one of them. But anyways, guys, if you appreciate such content, I just wanted to make one for the free-to-play players out there. If you appreciate these kind of videos, check out our tier list video where we go more in depth. If you're a whale, you are not sure whether you want to spend yet, check that video out. We talk in more general sense across the spectrum, and we have team compositions, new player guides on the channel, which helps you get started and avoid mistakes. If you're a free-to-play player, you want to make minimal mistakes to enjoy the Zenless Zone Zero experience. And thank you guys so much for watching again, and it's me, EODGamer, signing off.